welcome to my studio.
So we thought we'd ask you some questions today.
Okay, sure, let's do it.
You're on Cave Road. How
Yes.
was that?
It's fun. It's never dull out there. there's always something interesting going on. So,
What
we
do you
love
love
Cave
most about it?
I mean, you pretty much got everything you need on K Road. If anyone ever asks me where to go for dinner, it's always K Road. So yeah, good friends live here, great restaurants, good bars. Yeah, we love K Road.
What is, do you think, your favourite all-time piece that you've owned?
Ooh, of my own design, or
Of your own design and also of a different designer's. Op shop, designer.
I think of my own design, maybe like a supersized like merino jumper that I did with buttons that you can wear like a million different ways. It can button out to be a big blanket if you're traveling or whatever. And maybe my Rick Owens boots I bought in London last year. It was a pretty nice experience and I love them.
Awesome. Rick Owens boots would look perfect with what you designed as well.
I mean, hey, he's like... There's always ideas that are like left behind from last season that form the starting point of the next season. And I've always got like kind of a little backlog of ideas that I'm ready to like push out into the next season. So that's kind of the process. Yeah.
Do you photograph your own range?
I have a degree in photography, and only just recently have I started coming back to it and kind of getting back into film photography. So yes, I photographed a few little campaigns for my own collection, and I really enjoy doing it actually.
That's awesome. What is the process and the story around the way your models wear the clothing?
If I'm photographing them, I just kind of want to work with people that I know that are like around my like social group, so people that kind of embody the brand, and are kind of like fearless dressers, I guess. That's kind of who I love to like work with. Yeah.
James, who's one of your favourite artists?
Well, I'd actually have to say my boyfriend, which sounds super cheesy, but he actually did this print up here, the kind of collage that we've turned into a print for next season actually. So I worked with Dan on this print. So it's kind of, yeah, like a digital montage of all of those collages that he did over there. So it's got little chucks cloths, mosquitoes, tea bags, staples, and we printed it on like a silk satin. So I'm super excited about that. And then also the eel painting that he did up there, we've actually turned into a knit for next season.
That's cool.
So yeah.
So this is what will be coming out in stores this winter?
Yeah, so this will be in stores April, May.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How do you see a Jimmy D wearer expressing themselves?
I like to think that I dress quite kind of, well, it keeps coming up the word fearless. I love the idea of like fearlessly creative people, any gender, any age, wearing my pieces. So I think it's kind of a state of mind, like people that don't mind standing out, I think.
Looking into this season, is there a favourite piece from this collection?
Yes. I feel like I'm being very repetitive, but I'm very excited about the little short eel jumper for next season. I think I'll definitely be wearing one of those. And I really love the mirror ball print that we've done. I probably won't be wearing one of these, but...
You can totally wear one of those.
Definitely London. I've actually never been to New York, so I probably shouldn't rule it out, but I did live in London for a year, and all my family live in England, and I love London. It's such a fun city.
other than seeing us this morning, what's the first thing you tend to do in the morning?
Definitely coffee. Coffee and The Guardian. I like to try and, figure out what's going on in the world rather than just like fashion.
That's great.
Do you want to come upstairs?
I'd love to.
So we actually live upstairs as well.
James, do you design for James or Jimmy D?
It keeps changing. I definitely used to design just for Jimmy D, but increasingly I'm getting more and more selfish with my design process and thinking about what I want to wear. So, yeah. This is going to make me sound really old, but probably the internet. Yeah, when I started, it was like, we didn't have like Vogue online, we didn't have all of that stuff. So, yeah, the internet's definitely changed things a lot.
So we know that you have a connection to the Plymouth.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that, being that Avu is our flagship store in Plymouth?
Again, my boyfriend is actually from New Plymouth, so he's the reason that I went to New Plymouth for the first time. But Avu had always been on my radar. I always knew it was like one of the coolest shops in New Zealand. So it was awesome to go there to New Plymouth, see the store, and really fall in love with the town and all the incredible restaurants and what a beautiful town it is. So.
Back to your designing, what is probably your favourite fabric to work with?
That's really tough. I would have to say silk georgette or t-shirting. If I've ever got the collection wrapped up and it's all just silk and no t-shirting, I kind of miss. It's definitely about both for me, the high with the low.
What do you think is the hardest part about your job?
Knowing when to stop designing, probably. I could go on with every collection forever, so at some point you need to cut it off. So probably stopping would be the hardest thing.
What do you think is one of your proudest moments?
There's been quite a few, actually. Having Lorde wear my stuff for one of her very first live performances was pretty cool. Being in the Te Papa book on New Zealand fashion, and then being a judge at Wearable Arts last year made me pretty proud.
Did that give you a lot of different design inspiration?
Wearable Arts?
Yeah.
I think so. It was amazing seeing designers from all over the world really having no commercial constraints and really being able to push things. So yeah, it's nice to surround yourself with, or to see designs that have got no limits.
If you had a superpower, what would it be?
Either time travel or maximum productivity, no procrastination. That would be cool.
Sounds like one of the hardest things on earth.
Definitely.
What would be your favourite cafe in Auckland?
That's a tough one. I love Ozone, obviously, and Grey Lynn. Besties down the road, Daily right downstairs, Fort Green. I can't pick one. Sorry. Either London or some chalet in the Swiss Alps, drinking red wine and eating fondue all day.
What would you say is your most overused quote?
Lol. I say lol a lot. Or lols, yeah.
How would you describe fashion?
Fashion can make you feel really powerful and invincible, and it's kind of about whatever character you feel like being in that moment.
What is your favourite film?
Nowhere by Greg Araki. It's like a 90s nihilistic gay indie film.
Favourite photographer?
Definitely Nan Goldin or Francesca Woodman.
Something that should be outlawed in fashion?
Cheese cutters. Someone did a picture of me up there, and people look at it and think that I'm wearing a cheese cutter, and I really hate that.
Who to you is a legacy in fashion?
Definitely like Isabella Blow. She was again like just a fearless like fashion visionary. So
Widest words said in history?
Unplug it at the wall and plug it in again.
Best advice you've ever received?
I'm not very good at listening to advice. I'm sorry.
What's the most overused word in fashion?
Oh god. Probably wearable. I hate it when people say it's wearable. Anything's wearable. If you can put it on, you can wear it.
If you had an autobiography, what would it be called?
Probably like how to kill any kind of indoor plant. I'm pretty good at that.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Probably makeup YouTubes. Tati, Jeffree Star, or Bon Appetit. YouTube.
James, what's the best gift you've ever received?
Probably a painting by my cat, Styx. It's just on the wall over there. Under the Jimmy is gay, kind of.
If you were a hashtag, what would you be?
Probably hashtag Jimmy D was here. We've been hashtagging stuff like that since I figured out what a hashtag is. Pushing the boundaries of gender in fashion, I guess I would like to be remembered for that at some point.
How do you react to criticism?
Depends what it is. I remember one fashion week, someone complaining about the music and saying it sounded like the soundtrack to a horror film, so that just made me want to make my music even scarier next time.
That's so cool. James, what are your plans for the rest of the day?
I kind of want a beer, to be honest. I might go and have a beer in the sun, somewhere away from the roadworks anyway.
That sounds great.
Cool.
Hey, well, thanks so much for having us today.
You're welcome. Thank you. Like, stuck to my shirt.